Right now, your weight is behind them, okay? Get over your knee a little bit. Shorten your reins. Shorten your reins drastically. Get out of the saddle. Feel like you could push your tailbone back even. There you go. Now, do you feel like he gets stronger? Okay, good. Because his canter picked up just a little bit, right? Now stay on the circle here. Now float your reins for a moment, keeping your thumbs touching. Okay, good. Did you feel him go excel in that stride?
Yeah.
So he's running through your aids a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Now back that canter up just a little bit more. Slow down the tempo, just a fraction. There. See, now it's underneath you, almost behind you. There we go. But you feel good energy though still, right? Now float the reins again to him, both hands. There you go, good. Now just support with the elbows down again. Good, now I want you to do that to the jump. This is going to be your ugliest jump, all right? Lower your center of gravity a little bit more. Let your hips stay back, float your reins, and now just draw the elbows to your side. Keep them to your side. He's picking up, he's picking up. There you go, good. Now, you feel how strong the canter is afterwards? He's not backing off from the jump as much, right? Yeah. All right, try and walk over here for a moment. There's a little bit here.
Yeah.
See how you can sit against the reins. With a shorter stirrup, and the shorter I go with the stirrup, the more your hip has to come back. So first off, let your hip come back just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay? Let your hip come past the back, past the stirrup leather. Okay? So first off, the hip has got to be back for him to bounce on his own. Now, I want to be able to have this conversation with him without me leaning against the aids. See, I could go use my core strength underneath my armpits and feel like I could back off the canter and then soften a little bit. The moment I soften, he takes off just a little bit. So I'm playing with him right here. He's not balanced on me, and I'm floating the rein again. Come on, back it up. Now I can float the rein again. You see how soft I can ride their hands? So every so often I'm floating the rein. See that? So then I get self-carriage. There we go, good. There, good. And that's what I want on the back side of the jump too. My hip back, and then we'll learn to land and get back to this canter again. So that I can soften my reins to the base of the jump even. See, I keep my hip back again. There, but not bounce on. I try to keep my thumbs almost touching too. Makes for a softer elbow. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See how but my aids, I want to use minimum aids. An aid is just a button. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See? And then he jumps with a little bit of scope into that. I'm not saying to see the distance at 6 strides, but I say I can see a distance with 6 strides when he's this soft. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There. See how the canter's starting to stay the same?
Yeah.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Back it up again. 3, 2, 1. See, he's backing off of that jump, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant. But did I panic? You see, I just stayed supportive, and I just didn't override.
Yeah.
I think you're just overriding both sides of the spectrum. Keep your center of gravity low. You feel like you could always soften. Okay. Right? Good. Try that again. You got a picture? His natural stride length that he likes is, let's say, a 13-foot stride.
Yeah.
Well, you're bringing it back to a 12-foot stride. That's where you feel he's working harder, and you got nice cadence to that energy, right? Try it out on a 12-foot stride again, but watch that 12-foot stride doesn't go 12 foot, 11 and a half, 11 foot, right? And that tells me how soft you are with your arm, okay? Good. Left leg can, try it again. Let your hips stay back now. Let your hips stay back. Shorten your reins a little bit more. That's it, good. And just let your armpits hang heavy for the support. Okay. There you go, good. Okay, good. Now, what happened with that ride was where you shortened that time was back there in that corner. Okay? And that's why you got the distance you did. So this is the cool thing. This is a system that really works. Now, be conscious of that through that turn. This is why I say later on, I'm going to have you float the reins right when you come out of the turn, so you're conscious of not shortening that stride. All right? Try that again. This time, be conscious through that turn. Almost soften the reins to say, no, I'm not going to look for that distance to ride backwards, so that you'll see a nice even distance come to you then. Okay? I love your position. Good. Keeping the thumbs touching. Feel like you could almost soften through that turn just a little bit. And just allow your elbows to come down. There you go. Good job. Now that canter did not change.
Yeah.
That was gorgeous. But it's going to a 13-foot stride right now. That's where I want you to be a real stickler for now. Do a little shorter. Now soften through here. Lovely ride. That was a gorgeous ride. Good, Jamie. Walk. Gorgeous ride. Back it up there and walk. Okay, very good. Now that you got the distance to the jump, I want you to be really conscious of the canter you have between the jumps. Okay. All right, so going around this turn, going to that jump, was too much left bend to the neck. So as you get the left bend to the neck, what's happening is, you got this bend to the left neck, the stride is getting away from you. So then when it comes to that turn and you're going to the jump, you're going to have to work a lot harder than you need to work. So if you can keep them just a bit straighter with the outside edge, you're going to find that the work is way less then to your jumps. Okay? Good. Now as you're walking, if you're taping this right now, as you were walking, your knee was straightening up and your leg goes out in front of you. All right, so what does that do? It puts you against the reins.
Yeah.
You see? And when you go against the reins, he goes against you. I want you to practice when you're pulling up. Keep your center of gravity lower.
Okay.
All right, get your hip back and bend that knee and get low with your horse. Of course, when we get desperate to bring the horse back, we want to do this. Center off of the aids. If he's off of the aids, then the horse is doing his job. Okay? Good. Good. Keep your center of gravity real nice and low. That's why tall people ride with shorter stirrups. Keep it slow. Nice. So there you ran through your aids a little bit, right? Back it up and give. Wait, your hips are getting underneath you now. Get them back. There, stick your booty out. Really push it out. There, you feel them come back? That's it, girl. All right, now go ahead and do a little left leg canter and then really get over your knee again. And put that bridge up there. Shorten those reins. Get really up there. Even put it into the middle of the neck. All right, now, you see, I want a counter bend. Straighter, so her left shoulder, so his left shoulder leads. Make us see, now your hands are separated. Good. Keep his left shoulder leading. There. There. Now. There. You feel how the canter's coming back now? Beautiful. You agree now?
Yeah.
Now drop your armpits once. Just clamp your elbows to your side and feel like you squeeze newspapers underneath your armpits while keeping your high knee back. Do you feel how he comes back? There, that is a really nice canter right there because his pole is in front of the vertical and he's balanced on his own. Go ahead and walk. Super. Super. Try to keep it there. Good job. Do you feel how he has to learn the coordination to stay there then?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay? That's it. Perfect. That was gorgeous. Lovely ride. Stay over your knee. And trot and walk. Jamie, that was beautiful. And I love the canter afterwards. And that went soft with your hands on the turn.
Yeah.
And that before, you were almost going, I don't want you to run off, I don't want you to run off. And so naturally it got behind you and that got you jammed. Yeah? But when you soften to the turn, he listened to your aids better. Yeah? When you go, I don't want you to run off, the aids get masked, and then he runs through. You see? Okay, now that you got that, now I'm going to work on his jumping style. Okay? Because he's got a little bit of anxiety. Like I said, I'm going to just throw a lot of stuff at you, and then if you come back, we could work on all these little points. Now his jumping style, he tends to jump, he's real good with his front end, but he could tuck a little bit more, and his hind end gets a little tight. You're going to get that hind end like this. Now here's the fair warning. This jump is going to back him off. Okay? And so I don't want you to override. I want it to back him off. But then you're just going to give him the supportive leg. See, I don't squeeze my horse. Matter of fact, most riders, they're squeezing so much with their legs, their heels are jammed down. I don't want your heel jammed down either. I actually want you on the bulbs of your foot. Okay? Now that I got you forward, now I want you to think about that weight staying on the bulbs of your foot. Okay? Try not to jam your heel down. Because when you jam your heel down, your weight goes back. Okay? Stay on the bulbs of your foot first. This works for tall people. I'm glad you're working with me because I'm a tall guy myself. And that's why we go with the shorter stirrups so you can lower your center of gravity, stay in the bulb of your foot. And the other point is, I'm losing that. Oh, the leg aid. So that a lot of riders with the heel jammed down, they got their leg on, and then they hit that oh shit distance. And what do? Oh shit, take the leg off. I want you to do just the opposite. I want you to feel like you could ride around with no leg. And then when you come down into that zone where he needs your support, you could just let the leg lay on the sides. You see? Okay, good. All right.